Abraham, a very important figure in the history of the Israelites, lived around 4,400 years ago. He had two sons named Isaac and Ishmael, and his grandson Jacob, who was also called Israel, had 12 sons who became the ancestors of the 12 tribes of Israel. Abraham is talked about a lot in the book of Genesis, which is the first book of the Bible. Sometimes he's called Abram or Abraham. The Bible says that the descendants of Abraham and Jacob would bring blessings to people all over the world. Even though Jews make up only 1% of the world's population, they have had a big impact on the world in areas like literature, science, art, music, finance, medicine, and learning. Despite being a small group, they've achieved a lot throughout history. Some people see this as a prophecy, or a prediction, about how important Abraham's descendants would be. They believe that this prophecy is connected to another prediction about a special person called the Messiah, who would also be a descendant of Abraham. So, while Abraham's descendants may bring blessings, the Messiah would bring the ultimate fulfillment of those blessings. Other prophecies about Abraham include promises about land for his descendants and the idea that the Messiah would come from his family line. In Genesis 12 verse 7, there's the first promise of land for Abraham's descendants. This means that God promised to give Abraham's family their own land. Genesis 15 verse 5 talks about counting Abraham's descendants, which is linked to a foreshadowing of the sacrifice of Jesus. This means that God promised Abraham that his descendants would become a great nation, even though at that time, Abraham and his wife Sarah didn't have any children. Genesis 22 verse 18 says that the Messiah would be a descendant of Abraham. This is a significant prophecy because it points to the idea that Jesus, who Christians believe is the Messiah, would come from the line of Abraham. These prophecies are important because they show how God made promises to Abraham that had long-lasting effects and were ultimately fulfilled through the generations of his descendants. For more such videos, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.